Okay. Does he unload once he gets there?
Yeah. And the northern one. No, they'll get shot. They'll stay where they are for now.
Okay.
They'll debus as well because they're on a hex. They're on an objective, so they'll debus on the objective.
So for people in the chat, if the infantry unit is on top of the carrier, he's considered unloaded. If he's beneath the carrier unit, that's how you know he's loaded. But I'm pretty sure almost everybody's unloaded now. You do not want to be cruising around on these kind of battlefields in a thin-skinned or a soft-skinned vehicle. That's for damn sure. Because when the carrier unit gets blown up, obviously the passenger unit is lost as well. It's a good way to lose a battalion in a hurry. Alright, so that guy was dispersed during your opportunity fire phase. I think we go to turn 3. If I catch up with Mr. Chat briefly. Hold on just 1 second. Oh. I don't know why. Hold on just 1 second, everybody. I'll be right back. Guys, did we lose the stream on YouTube for stupid reasons?
I did get some funny Skype noises in my ear for a while, for a few seconds. I don't know if that dropped it out or did any damage.
Well, I can't.
Noise that usually
I literally can't.
Skype.
I can't fix it now. I mean, no matter what, that's the only stream that really matters because that's the one that goes up on our YouTube channel. So.
I don't know if it froze for a bit.
Hold on 1 second. Give me a second, guys. I just want to check something out. I'm sorry, everyone. No, we're still live. Give me a second, guys. I just want to check something out. I'm sorry, everyone. Now I'm literally watching myself stream here in real time. We're still live. I think we're still up. Okay, sorry, everybody. So hopefully, if we're still up on YouTube, if we're not, guys, we're still up on Twitch and we're still up on Facebook. But I think we're up on all three. So apologies for that. Alright, here we go. Maybe it stumbled for a minute and recovered. Alright, the Americans and Canadians on turn 3. Let's go a little bit faster here. What am I doing? My north wing is really screwed up. Oh god, have I lost my ass already up here? I have got to get under cover, and I mean now. First of all, this guy's supposed to be unloaded. Let me correct that super fast. Displace. No longer spotted. Can't displace. He does not have access to the infantry units. Don't get to use the split move and fire rule. Neither does the M113 because it's not a turret at AFV. 1, 2, 3. 4. Hopefully that hit me. Because he's so fast. He's a movement rate of 16. He's not eligible. He doesn't trigger opportunity fire until he spends his 4th movement point. I'm pretty sure he got away with that. Canadians, it has to happen. I've got Oh, he hasn't moved yet, though. So I can't actually do that. Opportunity fire from those 2 platoons of T-64s.
If I let you let your cat attack me, you'll do some damage, won't you?
That's the idea.
Else is left that can move in after I've fired at the infantry. I think I'm going to have to shoot at you.
Alright, so that's going to be 56. Who are you shooting at? Does it matter? Yeah, you're going to be adding 1 to the die roll in both cases. Because for wooden buildings and for woods.
Do I attack the whole stack or just one?
You can pick, or you can attack the whole stack if you want. It's technically a form of direct fire, so it's up to you.
I'll go after the whole stack that's directly south of me.
Alright, so that's going to be 56 versus 16. That's, oh god, 3 to 1, add 1 to the die roll.
E1, go on.
Oh my god. So I'm rolling 6s after 6 after 6, you're rolling 1s. Oh jeez.
That's my 1 for the game.
Alright, there go 40 Canadians blown off the face of the earth. Apologies to all of our Canadian friends. I just completely whiffed that one. Okay, what's going on here, computer? Give me a break. I have enough problems. There we go. $24 versus 40. That is 1 to 2 odds. I have to add 1 to the die roll for towns. Come on, dude. Like, literally a third 5 and 2 6s. All on a string. Oh, no. Okay, no effect on my cat attack.
Ooh. It's about to get real.
Using road movement rate. Reorganize all my stupid
I think a
trucks.
stomping was about to occur.
Well, it cost me enough. Although I'll roll another 5 or a 6 apparently. Alrighty, that wraps everything up down here. These guys have already fired. I missed a chance to shoot that truck. Not that it really matters. I don't really want to shoot that truck very much. That leopard will displace. Get rid of that spotted counter. Alright, let me see if I can rally these guys. Alright, I'm going to try to rally the rifle platoon first. Now I get a 1. Thanks. Rifle platoon is rallied. Rally the Humvee. And he fails. At least they'll die standing. Oh, God. I want to leave him there. It's time to get ballsy. All right, cool. That will wrap things up for my turn. Over to you, to your fire phase. Like catch up on Mr. Chat. Use your smoke dischargers. There you go. With your visibility, intermittent with enemy tank formation. Well, it didn't really work, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if my little... I pretty much just rolled right down the streets of Rozhajka there. We'll see if that pays off for me. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
I know I've used an opportunity fire, so I can't fire now, can I?
Yeah. So Corporal Bite says he's buying more 60mm Vietnam stuff. That'll be awesome. You getting that stuff for Christmas, or are you just getting it for yourself? Oh wow, guys! I hope I didn't miss too much in YouTube. Holy crap! Yeah, something's going wrong with my feed in YouTube. It won't let me. Go ahead and tell me if you're going to shoot at anything.
I don't think there's much I can actually shoot at.
Okay, here we go.
It's worth.
So Ben has
the infantry.
Go ahead.
Up north.
All right,
Just
so
the infantry up north, I think I can shoot with.
all right, before we get started on that, Ben has joined us. Thanks very much, Ben, for coming by. Vlad the Inhaler has joined us. Also, is this being played via Vassal? This is just us on, so hopefully you can see the tabs down here. This is us just playing in a Microsoft Excel workbook. You make the pieces ahead of time via Photoshop or Illustrator or whatever kind of tool you have. You can probably get away with even PowerPoint if you get desperate. You make the pieces, and then you can kind of click through the tabs. You just drop your map, which is a file, an image file, down first, and then you drop the rest of your units on there, and they can move around as independent little PNGs. So, yep. Ben says hello, just got home. Vlad joined the Sitrep Discord. Yeah, nope, this is Excel. Yes, okay, so Piotr's already answered the question. Piotr, how you doing? Hopefully I'm not mispronouncing these town names too bad. Piotr, I don't know if you missed it. My whole company of Polish armor just completely overran my poor Americans up north. Smashed them to death. They're going to have one penalty to their movement rate for all the American bones ground up in their tank tracks for the rest of the game. That wasn't very nice at all. Speaking of which, it's now turn 3. So I think it's time to enter the Mop-Up Phase here in the north. So go ahead, Damon. Sorry about that. I was just catching up on the chat a little bit.
Yeah, sure. The rifle platoon will fire at the rifle platoon, I think.
All right.
Is it better to shoot at them or cat attack them?
It might be better to cat attack because you're already
infantry reach.
You're already adjacent to them.
Yeah.
The other infantry can pile in there.
Two rifle platoons.
So he can enter that hex, but because he has to move, I get opportunity fire on him.
Mhm.
All right, so I'll go ahead and take it.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's going to be 12 for my heavy weapon section. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's at greater than half range, so I don't double. 50 cals.
Can they see them?
Oh, wait.
Or rifle platoons in woods as well?
Actually, yes, I can. These woods are on the ground. Here you're on high ground.
Oh, yeah, I'm elevated, yeah. Yeah, no worries.
So you're a little skyline there. 12.
Yep.
4 is 16. 8 is going to be 24. versus 6, 4-1 odds. Come on, guys, can I please win a 4-1 roll?
Nope.
Love of mercy. Help me, please. 1, finally, he smoked. Alright, so we did some damage as it went in. The good news is that now clears the hex for your 3rd rifle platoon if you want. Oh, he's still loaded, never mind.
Oh yeah, because they were in the truck, weren't they?
Yeah. So now he would
Yep.
debus,
Oh, well.
but then that's going to be the end of his turn.
Yep.
Alright,
Yep, they need to debus.
I'll
Right.
put him
Yep.
away later. That cat attack can still happen. It doesn't triple, because it's not attacking armor targets, but it does double. It's going to be 12 versus 11. It's going to be 1-1 odds. So are you going to go ahead and do that?
Can one of the tanks throw in as well?
Yeah, you can do direct fire on the target hex to soften it up first, for sure.
Yep. One of the
In fact, technically, that's the way we should do it. That's going by the actual formal turn sequence.
one of the T-62s will
All right,
put
so
some
that
fire in just to
is
soften it up.
20 points. Everyone noticed that he has the A-star weapons class. That's a dual-purpose weapon. So his A class does not have versus soft target, so it stays at 20. So 20, and then who's he shooting at? Platoon?
The rifle platoon.
All right, so that's going to be 2-1 on the rifle platoon. You have to add 1 to the die roll.
A 5 becomes a 6.
No effect.
Damn,
They're standing
really.
tall, man. They did badly a second ago, but now they're actually doing okay.
Okie dokie.
Thanks very much for all the new people that have joined our chat. Super appreciate it.
The other 2 tanks are going to get rid of the M113 in the weapons section.
Oh god. Okay, so that's going to be 2 different targets and 2 different target classes, so we got to be a little careful here. All right, you got a T-62 platoon. I'm assuming the T-62 is going into the M113.
Yep, we'll do that.
All right, so that's 8-1. Add 1 to the die roll because of my woods. The M113 is smoked no matter what you roll. Then the T-72 its platoon fires into the weapons section. That is 26-6. That is 4-1. Add 1 to the die roll.
Five becomes a 6.
He survives, although he is disordered.
That could have gone better.
M113 is out of here. I think that's the first American wreck counter. I've lost plenty of units, but nothing armored yet. Oh no!
Nope, the BIMP can't see anything, the Cavalry can't see anything, the T-64s can't see anything.
While we're in the midst of while we're in the midst of our fire phase, this T-90 gets a chance to rally. He got pinned down by those tanks before.
6.
He fails to rally. Yeah, the darkness, the tide has turned.
I used up my 1.
He failed to rally. I've got line of sight on him. Oh, yeah. Wait, maybe I don't. No, I don't. Oh, shit. I thought I had like a little 8-ball in the side pocket. Oh, so close. It scrapes twice. It scrapes against elevation hex 1911 and scrapes against building hex 1614. Otherwise, he is deader than fried chicken. He might still be dead. I've got some other guys positioned on a nice little crossfire. All right, guys, turn 4 might see a turn in the tide. Let's see what happens. Okay, moving further south. Any other fire before we go to movement?
Can any of those, the infantry haven't got the range to hit any of the stuff that moved, have they?
You can I-class weapons
They're in line.
I-class weapons can engage. He doesn't have line of sight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Not really, no. Anything that had line of sight does not have range, and vice versa. These 2 guys have not fired or moved, so they're still not spotted. So I guess we go to your movement phase.
Yep.
All right, so Ben Johnson, The tables have turned. It hasn't happened yet.
If they try and charge, they'll gun them down. That. If any of those move out, they're going to get shooted.
Sitrep podcast. Glad to hear we're back up at 1080. This is the first time I tried streaming at 1080. Maybe that's my problem. That's the only thing that's changed, technology-wise. But that should not be affecting my Damon's Twitch. Sorry, Damon's Skype. There's something wrong with my Skype. That Skype issue's on his end. As far as our stream goes, maybe I just won't stream at 1080.
I've got a really bad ISP, so my bit rate is dismal, even when it's good. When it gets busy, it gets even dismaler. Right, so the infantry.
Tough Years has rejoined us.
Unit behind.
Oh my god. Dude,
The
what
unit
the hell?
behind the tank.
Okay, go ahead.
Unit behind the tank in, where are they? 2016.
Yep. Heavy
The
weapons
truck
section.
will go southeast. Go southeast to clear the hex. And then the 2 infantry units behind will move up in with the weapons section.
Okay.
And the final infantry unit will come up to where the 2 trucks are as well.
Cool.
We've got the infantry massed up, but I don't think they'll be able to achieve a great deal. Because we've got... what's that other, underneath that little...
The FAV?
thing?
We have an LAV.
Yeah, so it's got a fairly potent gun.
25mm chain gun.
Oh, right. Oh, no. Right. Okay. Not as armoured as I thought it was. Well, there is the leopard's there. Okay. So if I charge
He's hiding.
the
You can't
leopard
see
will
me.
shoot.
Peekaboo.
Yeah.
Peekaboo.
And then we're going to set that there's if they go to 1714, they will just die to the guns of the M1s. They'll just do horrible things to me. If I'm south, how much damage can the leopard do? The leopard will probably kill one at that range. No, if they advance, they won't achieve anything. Okay, so I will put the truck in 1914.
Okay.
Will join the tanks on the objective hex, where the T-64s are. And tank, and...
No, my M1 Abrams do not take opportunity fire.
Oh, go on. Just a bit.
We throw an empty beer can at them. Yeah, we see you out there. Consider yourselves the beneficiaries of largesse.
Yes. I think that'll do for movement for now.
Alright, that will conclude the turn then, because we have no... Yeah, these T-64s are in a rough spot. The correct thing to do, air quotes, is to get the hell out of there. Displace. But if he does that, he gives up the objective. So he's in a bit of a quandary there, folks. A dilemma of 2 equally bad decisions, or bad options. Alrighty, so we'll go over to American.
Or
yep, go ahead.
no, don't worry.
Now,
I said ended. So,
you can fall back
Don't
if
worry
you
about
wanted. Okay.
oh yeah, they'll go 1 hex north.
Now they do give up the objective hex tonight, but No worries. At least now you got the
Yeah.
tanks.
Yeah, they're going to get smegged anyway if they stay there. They can't survive the M1 fire, so
Alrighty.
just leave the
That's
stuff as a speed bump.
that's a shitty move, but it's probably the lesser of two evils. Either way, you were probably going to lose the objective hex. At least now you still have the 2 platoons of tanks.
Yep.
Better to lose the objective hex than the objective hex and the tanks. Alright, so I will flip the turn to page to the next tab. Guys who are watching in the chat, another great thing about gaming in Excel like this is that you can go back and check out. You basically have a ready-made battle report, and all these previous tabs are still editable. So if you make a rules mistake, or if you want to say, "Oh, if only I'd done things differently on turn 4, or whatever on turn 2," you can go back and start the game over, save the file with a new name, and just whoop. Your tabletop comes with you anywhere you've got a laptop. You got a lunch break at work. You're sitting on the train going to work. Your buddy logs in. He's you're at work. Well, I don't want to say you're goofing off at work, but you're on your lunch break. You're on the train or whatever. You're at your mother-in-law's house. You want to play a couple turns of a war game. Yeah, if you have internet connection and a laptop, and if you're like play testing a game or something like that, you don't even need internet connection if it's a solitaire game. All right, so we're now on turn 4. Americans will begin with their fire phase, which they have many of. I'm going to go through this super fast because get the chat going a little bit. First of all, we're going to try and rally Mr. Weapons Platoon. Weapons Platoon does not rally. We're going to try and rally that Humvee. The Humvee does rally. The Rifle Platoon did take opportunity fire, so he does not get to shoot this turn. Get rid of some of these counters because they're going to start getting people confused. Alright, now we go to some more fire further to the south. Hell yeah, he's got line of sight. And hell yeah, he's got line of sight. That's what they call a crossfire, boys. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's within half range, so he doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's within half range, so he also doubles. That's going to be 36 times 2 is 72 versus 30. So it's only 2 to 1. However, I'm shooting a dispersed unit, which means I subtract 1 from the die roll, and if I score a double D, that is considered a kill. So what actually do I need here? 2 to 1, subtract 1, and a double D. I didn't think about a 6, which means that's exactly what I'm going to roll. Here we go. A 5, I almost missed. So guys, the 5 is read as a 4 because he is dispersed, and a 4 on the 2 to 1 column is double D, not D. So D means dispersed, pinned down, disordered. You guys know what the basic idea. However, the difference with a D and a double D is if the unit is already pinned down, is already disordered, and suffers another double D dispersal on top of that, it's now considered destroyed. The name for the rule is special dispersal. And that is our first Russian ret counter. It's a T90. It's a T90. It's just one of its most powerful units, so I'll take it. Alrighty, that's it for those 2 units. They both fired. Oh, he's spotted, by the way, but you probably already know that. Alright, heading south. Oh no! Those M1s and all that other mess does not shoot at that truck. I know that sounds crazy. Nope. I want that truck to be available. Well, wait a minute. Maybe I should. Because I want to be able to move into that hex.
Yeah, you have to assault him if you don't.
Yeah, and you don't actually get to occupy the hex in an assault, because that's how Panzer Leader works. Oh my god, I can't believe I have to do this. Now, he's a little tougher than he looks because he's inside concrete buildings. So he's considered a 7. So 48 versus 7. Firing my most powerful tank at some empty Russian trucks. What the hell, game? What is this madness? 48 versus 7. What the hell is that? That's not quite 7 to 1.
Commander Cheese is on the table.
I got jingle bells in my head because of Christmas. Alright, I want him gone for sure. So I want the M1A2 Giraffe Abrams and the headquarters unit to go ahead and fire. That's going to be a total of 60 points versus... No, 70 points. 70 points versus 7. He gets 7 guys because concrete buildings add 5 to your defense. So that's a total of 7 versus my 7. He has 10 to 1 odds. Even after I add 1 to the die roll, he's out of there. And those 2 units have fired. The third Abram, the actual M1A1 Abrams, has not yet fired. So we'll come back to that once I complete my fire phase. I think I'm done with my fire phase anyway. Actually, I am. Okay, so start back at the top of the table with movement. Nothing really to do up here because I suck. He can't see me. Make sure of that. Nope, blocked by that 1612. Definitely can't see him. So I think those 2 light vehicles will stay put for now. Oh, this guy can not see me. Okay, he's safe from them as well. The Cavalry scout, that's fine. Okay, we're going to go over to our movement phase now. Okay, movement phase. It's time to start movement phase. Abrams that did not fire. Moves here. One, 2. 1, 2, 1. When in doubt, occupy buildings with infantry, not tanks. Send to, especially when there's enemy tanks around. As tempting as it is to shove M1 Abrams into that objective hex, those T-64s would chew him up pretty bad on his fire phase, which is immediately coming. So. I think that's going to be it for my turn. Yeah, I tried to keep this one short, guys, so not a whole lot of stuff going on here. Oh, Sitrep says, about time. About time for what? Is that a dog sound effect, or does Damon need to let his dog out? Who let the dogs out? Oh my god.
No, it's just somebody coming visiting, so the dogs go crazy when somebody comes to the door. Cool.
Vlad the Inhaler says, if you check this channel, you will find many Panzer Leader games, World War II and modern. That's awesome. Oh, this is Piotr talking about... Okay, sorry, guys. I'm blown away that this is done in Excel. It's simpler than it sounds. There is a lot of work. You have to draw the maps yourself, and you have to make all the counters. So the way it kind of works, guys, is... Let me... go to my D drive here. Oh, I don't have it here. Never mind. Give me a second. Are you serious? That's not in here? Oh, it's not in D drive. So hopefully you guys can see this for the stream. I'll go through this super fast because I don't want to bog the game down. But yeah, you basically have to draw the maps in whatever, again, either Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, whatever kind of graphics software that you have at your hand, or that you have to hand. I save them, and then sometimes I can reuse them. So here's one that'll give Damon some nightmares. Although he did win this game, our time we fought at the Valley of Tears. So there you go. There's Booster Ridge, where Kahalani made his stand. So this is a historical map. Of course, the one that we're using now isn't really historical. And then let's see. After that, I have a folder where I slowly build up more and more of my counter. So here's some American World War II stuff. I just have to make these counters and I build them up. And then when you go to build your scenario, if you've got 10 armored infantry in your unit, you say, okay, insert pictures. Oh my god. Look at this. Navigation here. Ugh. So the Russians were suddenly to get some reinforcements, or wait, maybe oh wait, some free Poles joined the force. Boom, we now have some new Leopards have just joined the action, or whatever. It's that easy. And then you make up one file for each type of unit, and then if you need 10 of that unit in your game, you just hit Control V and Control C, Control V 10 times. But you do need a separate file for each type of unit, which in a game could be up to 10 or 20 or more than that. Shit, we've had some with 30 or 40 different kinds of units. But yeah, that's the basics. There is a little bit of work building the maps and the counters. There is some lead time, I'm not gonna lie. But once you get a decent library of assets built up, after that it's pretty easy. All right, so we're over to your turn 4, Mr. Damon.
Okie dokie. So, shootings first. We need to get tied to this top end of the map up first. So,
we're talking about up north?
Yep, please.
I'm surprised these guys have lasted as long as they have.
Let's tie me down. So, one T64. T64 and T2's in there.
Yep. T62 is close enough, yeah. This is the Polish Warsaw Pact Army, so it's a lot of export stuff.
Yep. T62 at the infantry, at the rifle platoon.
Okay, that is 20 versus 8. That's only 2 to 1. And you have to add 1 to the die roll. Because he's in the woods.
Oh, yeah. So make it two T62s will shoot at him, the 72 will shoot at the damaged weapons section.
Okay, so that's going to be 40 points versus 8 is 5 to 1. You have to add 1 to the die roll.
1 becomes a 2.
You smoked. Alright, and now the T72, excuse me, will fire at the pinned down weapon section. 26 versus 6, 4 to 1. Subtract 1 from the die roll, add 1 to the die roll because he's in the woods. Subtract 1 because he's disordered. However, a double D will destroy him. He said double D. And even if you roll a 6, he's dead. Because again, because he's already disordered, another double D will kill him. So both of those units are smoked. And by smoked, I mean that literally, because I put smoke on the board. Hey. Send to back. Okay, and now there's just that little empty Humvee section up there. Wrap up this part of the battlefield. Your rifle platoon's going to cat attack, or?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
4 versus 6. I have to add 1 to the die roll, so it's 1 to 2. Add 1. A 4 becomes a 5. No effect. 6 and 6 is 12 versus 3. 4 to 1. Oh, but it doubles. Becomes 8 to 1 because it's not an armored target. Yeah, he smoked. And that was a close assault, technically. For people in the chat. Oh no, 3 more platoons. We're toast. And then, just in case we forget, during the movement phase, those tanks can move half their distance. Turreted AFVs, after a certain date, do get the turreted AFV mobility rule, otherwise known as split movement fire. All right, heading further south. I don't think this guy has any line of sight on anything. It's BMP
Nope.
and motor rifle platoon.
No, they're holding there. That guy on the ridge that fired at T-64s. Can I see back at him?
T-64s. Okay, who are you wanting to
In
hit?
the town. The one that the yellow line is on. Is that?
Yeah, this is the line of sight between these two units. That's why that LAV-75 stayed there. He is blocked by 1612, although barely.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So for people in the chat, the reason there's a dot in the center of every hex is the unit's always considered to be in the center. So for a precise measurement, right down the center and eclipse 1612, because there's high elevation immediately in front of the lower elevation unit, he is blocked. I can't see him, he can't see me. Oh, trust me, that's when I was making my mind up whether or not that LAV was going to displace. I was like, can those T-60? That's why there was already a yellow arrow there. I was like, can those T-64s see me? Right now, barely not, because he's right out there in the open.
The cavalry count as infantry.
In what way?
If they were in a hex. If they were in a hex in a town.
Yeah, they count as infantry. They only have a movement. They only have a defense of 4, because it's hard to hide a horse. But technically, yeah, they're soft targets. If he's in a concrete building hex, his defense goes up to a 9. He can do cat attacks. Is that what you mean by?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can technically do cat attacks. You can finally make that myth a reality by charging Western tanks with Polish cavalry.
They can channel their inner lancer.
Give me 2 seconds. Jen, can you send? Or you know what? I'll go ahead and do it, guys. Guys, bear with me for 1 second here. You're on YouTube. Okay, let me see if I can do this for you. I'm trying to do a favor here for Vlad the Impaler. So, apologies for just a second, guys. Oh, let me not... You know what? I'll put a... I hate doing like 10 things at once. Of course it's not in there. Ugh. We got people asking for invitation links to our Discord. Everyone's saying my YouTube stream. Yeah, I like Star Trek. Deal with it. Star Trek's awesome. I'm not ashamed to say it. Saying my YouTube stream. Yeah, I like Star Trek. Okay, there is our Discord link. So hopefully that will work for you. All right, apologies everybody, we're back. Oh, Bill already posted it. Oh no, sorry. But no worries, we're all set. Thanks very much. Oh, there's Sitrep podcast trying to tell me that he already did it. I'm sorry, everyone. All right, cool. Okay, so we're back down to your Firefights. Sorry for the interruption. Did we lose Damon again?
I'm back. It's alright. I muted myself.
Oh, okay.
The dog was going silly again. So the infantry that advanced on the hex, they're out of sight again now, aren't they? From the tanks.
The infantry that moved into the objective hex? You're talking about them? No, they're totally visible because you're adjacent to them. You're always...
I was talking about these ones to the southeast. Yeah, southeast. In the woods. T-64s. They can't see them, can they?
Nope. They're still in.
No. So how much damage will those tanks do? If I leave them there, you're going to assault them. They are in concrete.
They're dual class weapons, so they don't divide. It'd be a total of 56 points. Now, because maybe I didn't understand the question. Because there's even a little spotted counter next to them. Because they're adjacent to friendly units, these guys can all see them as well.
Oh right, okay. So
because
you
literally throw a purple smoke grenade over there and say, "Gay guys are over here."
So it's worth throwing everything at that hex at the moment.
That's 4 platoons of T-64s. That's not nothing.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay. Anything else, or is it just them? Motorized rifle platoon's kind of out of range. He can throw in 4 points, but that might not make too much of a difference at this range. He's like 5. Every hex in this game, guys, is 150 meters. All right, so.
There's nothing else really on the table I can shoot at, is there? Got nothing else in sight that's worth.
$112. Yep. So how many of those units do you want to engage?
What's their defense?
Their defense is whatever it adds up to. Then you add 5 to the total.
Yeah.
So that's something that throws people off sometimes. If you add 5, like say you wanted to attack the scratch irregulars, you would add 5 to 6 and get 11. If you wanted to attack the scratch irregulars and the American rifle platoon, it would be 19. 8 plus 6 plus 5. You don't add 5 to everything. You add 5 to the total number that you want to engage for the building bonus. So, like in that case, 8 plus 6 is 14. Add 5 is 19. Divided by 19. That's a sloppy 5 to 1.
What happens if I add the 4?
Add the 4.
Infantry.
Oh, 28
the 4 points from the
times 4 plus 4 is 116. Now we divide that by 19. Hey, here you go. That last PKM got you up to 6 to 1.
Yep, we'll do that.
All right, guys. So a quick rules point. The reason he is only adding 4 for this is ranges 1, 2, 3. That's the range. He's technically out of range. That star means that some weapons in that motorized rifle platoon can shoot out to double range. In other words, 4. Maybe there's an AGS-17 in there, a couple PKM machine guns. Maybe someone's got, well, RPGs can't really shoot that far, but, there's some maybe a light mortar in there. There's some stuff in that platoon that can shoot out to double range, but at a reduced value. So it's half out to double if there's that star there. That's a Panzer Leader rule. Half of 7 is 3.5. You round up to 4. So that 4 points made a difference. All 5 of these units are going to shoot at those 2 units at 6 to 1. You have to add 1 to your die roll because of buildings.
Right. 5 becomes a 6.
You did barely get them. That friggin' PKM in that motor rifle platoon did it. Here's how close that came. That's down to that last little guy. So 6 to 1. You roll the 5. It becomes a 6 because of my buildings. That's exactly what you needed. If that last little PKM or AGS-17 or who knows what was in there, that little 60 millimeter mortar, if that guy hadn't fired, you would have missed.
It'd have been on 5 to 1 and it'd have been a dispersed.
Yep. Yeah, they still would be pinned down, but as of now, they are smoked.
A little more useful. given away everything else for it. Okay, I think that's... There's nothing else up north that can fire, is there?
No, we're trying to go a little quick here, so I made the game kind of small.
Yep.
Right over to your movement phase.
Do that for that.
So your movement phase starts up top. These three tanks platoons can move if they want.
Yep. If I go into there, then he will interrupt. He can't see them. As soon as they're in the open, oh no. 1, 2, 3.
While you're counting that, Vlad the Inhaler, I'm using a combination of Arab Israeli Wars and Tactical Combat Middle East by Toshash Miniatures. So if Panzer Blitz is 1st edition, Panzer Leader is 2nd edition, Arab Israeli Wars is 3rd edition, TCME, Tactical Combat Middle East by Toshash Miniatures, is basically 4th edition, air quotes. That is Panzer Blitz in the Gulf War and the 2003 Iraqi Freedom.
They're going to go, the 3 tanks are going to go due south. If you can reach 1406.
1406, yeah, that's.
They're going to chase that. They're going to chase that little. Oh, sorry, 1408.
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
1408.
So they've spent half their movement shooting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, they can do it. Here's the good news. 1, 2, 3. You're immediately behind terrain. I couldn't see you. You got away with that. Alright, they attacked, so they can't do anything. Trucks, I doubt you want to do anything.
That truck is going to drive onto the objective.
Now, trucks cannot occupy for victory point purposes. However, your tanks were there, they planted the flag, and if I want that hex, I have to push that truck off of there, but I literally have nothing up there. Okay, down here to the BMPs.
They can't see that thing. They're staying on the objective. The cavalry are... Where's the cavalry going?
Yeah, I think you forgot to move him last turn. He's literally just sitting there eating grass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why has no one killed me yet?
They're going to go and reinforce that BMP. And down here, there's not a great deal we can achieve without getting...
The LAV could have killed him, but I want to say that the LAV was something else.
Yeah, he's on Overwatch over the town. Don't know. I can't see them.
Do you want me to put that link in Facebook as well, Jason? Do me a favor. Can either Bill or Jen put our Discord invite in Facebook as well if we haven't already? People are also asking for it in Facebook. Or you can check us out on YouTube. It's in YouTube as well, Jason. Here's our Discord invitation link. All right. Any other movement for you, Damon?
I'm just thinking, fix bayonets on the tanks and try and charge into the town, but that's just going to be suicidal, isn't it?
Well, if my Canadians can do it, your Russians can do it. Just call me Monty. I fight to the last Canadian. Some of my friends in Canada hate Montgomery, man, because of whatever was going on with the Second Army up there.
Not surprised.
Yeah. I thought Americans hated Monty. Holy shit, those Canadians.
Let's see. If I go there, that's 2 movement points. What shoots at them? Lots and lots shoots at them. We've got only instant sight for 1, and then Oh, no, I can't overrun the hex, can I? I've got close assault to it.
You can't overrun a
It's the
building hex,
buildings.
no. Yep.
No. So if I go to 1714, lots of shooting happens.
Oof. Yeah, 1714 is,
horribly.
the Grim Reaper is already there with his shovel. He's waiting for you.
Mm-hmm. How about 1816? Pushing that way.
1816, the only thing that's going to actually be able to hit you, there are 2 Abrams in there, a CO and an XO, and some LAVs, and a guy with a 50 cal. So not nothing, but not the end of the world either.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because from 1816, the Leopard Lev 1 can't see you, and the M1s can't see you, except for these 2. That's only a half platoon, though.
Yep, we'll do it.
All right, so what? All the infantry
charging noises.
Hurrah! Then they start playing the Enemy at the Gate soundtrack. All right, we're going to go ahead and do it. Opportunity fire. With everything I can. That's 22, 6, because both of them have stars, and 4. So basically 32. 32, I'm going to try and pin him down. I'm trying to break. I'm not going for kills. I'm going for pins, followed by overruns. So I'm going to go for pins. I'm going to go for a lot of units on a pin. I have 32 versus 13 versus 12. Oh, I got to pin down that heavy weapon section. All right, so yeah, 32 versus 12. That is 2 to 1. I probably won't kill him, but I'll pin him down. Also, if I pin him down, he clogs up the hex for stacking purposes. He can't shove more infantry in there. So let's see what happens. 2 to 1. A 2. I killed them both. All right, guys. The tables have turned. My dice have warmed up, and they realize there's a game on.
Ouchie. But they've made shooting. That means I see you.
Now that's all those guys spotted, obviously. All right, now with that opportunity done, you want to put in that last conscript because opportunity fire's over with.
Yep.
All right, might as well
Should
commit
have
it
done it the
this
other way
way.
around, shouldn't I? I should have thrown all the conscripts in first and saved.
Oh
well, not to worry.
Actually, I think I moved those pieces around for you. So I could probably. I actually moved the pieces you didn't say. Send the heavy weapons in. So that would be only this left. Sometimes I want the stream to go a little bit faster, and I kind of go a little bit too fast. You actually weren't really moving your pieces there. Alright, cool. Alright, so now you're looking at a total of 17. That is a predominantly armored hex, because you got 2 armored units and 1 non-armored unit, so you do triple. That's going to be, what's 17 tripled? 51. 17 times 3 is, 51. Divided by 26, divided by 28. Just short of 2 to 1. So it's a 1-to-1. It's a 1-to-1 chance. Make your cat attack at your
why not?
convenience.
Let's go for it.
Oh, at this point you better. You lost half a company doing it.
Nice. 3.
3. Everyone in there is disordered. Which might be slightly disappointing, but it probably saved these T-64s.
Yep.
Or at least made things a little bit better for them.
The Abrams could have done some harm.
The big one, yeah, this little one. These guys can't see them where they are right now. But this guy, point blank, would have taken out at least one of them.
Yep. And also that hex is blocked up. Can't reinforce them. Hopefully I might do a bit of damage next turn.
My only kind of hope there is that one or all of those guys will rally, and they're all turreted AFEs, so they can use a split moving fire. They can at least get the hell out of there, if at least one of them rallies. All right, any other movement?
Bring that other infantry forward as well. They'll come in with the tanks.
Yeah,
I'm
can. Trying to get it to do that. Here we go.
Misbehaving. Okay. I don't think there's anything else to move, is there?
Everything else is empty trucks.
Yeah. The charge of the trucks.
The T-64s can use split move and fire. To be perfectly honest, if they want.
There's nothing they can achieve. Is there anything they can achieve by moving? So you go there, Leopard goes pop pop. So you go there, all the M1s go pop pop. I don't think there's much they can achieve by moving, unless... No, if they go north, the M1s do horrible things. Two inside. And they're out of sight. I need them swinging in the breeze. But they can still shoot south from there. Okay. If they manoeuvre to 1713...
Who are we talking about? T-64s? Which T-64s?
Yeah. Those two. One of those. If they manoeuvre to 1713, do the Abrams get a shot?
1, 2, 3. No, because it's not enough time. One. Actually, yeah. No, I don't. 1, 2. And then by the time you spend your third movement point, you're now in 1713. And that this is the new line of sight, and this hex blocks me, 1614. So okay, he barely made it. All right, that closes out the turn. We will now begin turn 5 after I catch up with Mr. Chat. Oh wow, a lot of subs. Okay, so Jason did get his invite. Okay, cool. Thanks very much. Springtime has joined us. Hello, Springtime. Something to remember, the RPG-7 is so popular and so available, South African military just made a copy of it because of the availability of the ammo. Yeah, they're everywhere. And I've even heard of people making their own ammunition for it, like, locally. It's a very, very simple weapon. Walkabout Games has joined us. Walkabout Games... He's pinned down at the moment, but I hope you see this. Just for you, there is a Canadian FAV on the board. Although right now he got pinned down. Although he did take out two, well, the LAV and the M1 tank platoon behind him might have helped. But they did just chop up 2 entire platoons of Soviet infantry. So he has definitely been pitching in. He's been doing his best. He's sort of holding the flank of this town from this column of motorized rifles coming up here out of the southeast. Hello, Walkabout. Okay, so yeah, well, hello, Walkabout Games. Don't get us started on Lord Mountbatten and the surrender of Hong Kong. Oh no, I did get something started. The anniversary of the surrender of the Canadian surrender in Hong Kong was this week. Oh man. That's true. We're now in early December, so we've just passed. We're now in the Japanese 80th anniversary of the Japanese victory disease, their big Pacific Blitzkrieg. So Corregidor's coming up, Wake Island's coming up. I think Repulse and Renown Repulse and Prince of Wales were 2 days ago. That was December 10th. Yep, here comes all the surrenders in the Philippines and China, and then down through Southeast Asia, down through Malaya. Headed towards Singapore. Alrighty. 80th anniversaries. Awesome. Alright, cool. So now we're going to begin that was turn 5, right? No, we're now starting turn 5. Oh man, we're going too slow. Okay, turn 5, my turn. Nothing up here, down here. Oh god. It might be time to run. Run away! Alright, so let me do fire phase first. Let me go through the motions here. Okay, not a lot of fire phase. I'm going to go straight to movement. 1, so he backs away from the edge of the hill so nobody can see him. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're back. One, 2 to cross the stream. Never cross the streams, man. Alright, I gotta be a little careful here because these little bastards have a hell of a long reach. One. Alright, never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I safe? Oh, there's a T90 in there. Oh god. Alright, never mind. Oh god, how do I do this? Using the road rate 1, 2. Oh, I'll just use the road. 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You just want to blow up trucks, don't you?
11, yeah. When you have a movement rate of 16, I mean, come on now. Oh, one thing I do have to do with my fire phase. This is very important. I have to rally this stack as best I can. Alright, turn on Mr. Webcam because these are important rules. M1 headquarters section, the 22A unit. Rallies on a 4 or less. He does rally on a 4. Next, Canadian LAVs, Kodiaks, rally on a 4 or less. He does rally. Chris, your FAVs. How hard is the guy driving those FAVs? Does he rally? Hell no, because he sucks. He's like, I'm an FAV, man. I'm not supposed to be in a point-blank tank duel. What the hell's going on over here? So everyone rallies except the AFVs. Good job, Chris. I appreciate it. That was not very helpful. Oh, Lord have mercy. Now, do I want to overrun some Russian infantry in the open? Oh, God. I've lost all my infantry down here. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Why did that happen? Oh, there's 4 T-64s in there. Oh, God. Blink. I'm just feeding people into the meat grinder. Oh, that's horrible.
Sending the Volkssturm to the death.
Pretty much. Every time I get ballsy with the Canadians, I lose horribly. Yeah, hell no, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna, no. Infantry are dangerous to overrun if you don't have them pinned down already. Alright, I think I will go ahead and close out my turn there. The guy that was already in the stack will, for lack of a better term, he will cat attack. He does not invite opportunity fire because he was already there. That's why he's not participating. So it's just going to be 8. I am attacking armor targets, so it doubles to 24. You are in concrete buildings, so that's going to be 45. 1 to 2 odds. I have to add 1 to the die roll. I might disorder them. With a 2, that becomes a 3. On 1 to 2 odds, he's disordered. That was lucky. Alright, I take back all the trash I talked about the Canadians. They literally just went in there with bottles of Molson beer and old anti-tank mines and just sticky bombed the shit out of those T-64s in a street battle. There's a Twilight 2000 scenario for your ass. And everything else will go ahead and stay put where it is. Okay, over to your turn for Fireface. Like, check out Mr. Chat. Canucks only do ballsy moves. Oh man, Bruce Lee's with us. Canucks only do ballsy moves. Jim, do it. I just did, and it paid off. 1 platoon. So here's what happened. Do this in Twilight 2000. 40 Canadians in the post-apocalyptic future says, you know what? I got some beer, I got some maple syrup, and I got an anti-tank mine. I'm going to go take out 10 T-64s in a point-blank street battle somewhere in the ruins of what used to be post-nuclear Poland. I didn't destroy them, but I got them pinned down. Those Russians are screaming into their headsets going, what in the... We are absolutely covered in Canadians over here. What is going on? They might die pretty soon, though, because these two guys are going to blow up some guys, but at least now it's not 4. I've cut his immediate firepower in half. So that was a pretty lucky counterattack. So I'm not going to push it. All right, over to you for, we'll start off at the top like we always do. Your fire phase for turn 5.
I can't see that cheeky little sod that's advancing back on the...
He's now hiding in woods, saying... That trick is right out in the open.
If I do that, then 1, 2, speed 16, so even if he goes nose in the open, I can see him anyway. Okay, so oh no, can't see him. There's that other little one gone, he's gone all the way down south, hasn't he? So there's no shooting up north, apart from the quad Dushka on the back of that truck that you didn't know about.
Oh no! Tick. It would be legal. Although no, he's still hidden. But all right, down here.
Yep.
Down here there might be some shooting.
Okay, we're gonna have to try and we'll do something to these infantry with the 2 T-64s that are still shootable.
Yep. So it's 56 points, and who are they shooting at? The Canadians, the American 8 balls, or both?
It's worth shooting at both, I think.
Alright, I have a total of 19 points versus your... See, I had 5 for my concrete buildings. So, Canadian regulars, American irregulars, that's 14 plus 5 for buildings, 19 versus 56. 56 versus no one down here. Well, hey, let me not talk shit. We slightly screwed up. That guy, one of the guys who participated in the cat attack did earlier fire. But no worries about it. We made a slight mistake down here. This conscript infantry can throw in 3 points as well. So it's 56. I doubt that makes a difference. 59. Of course, last time I said that, it made a huge difference. So 59 divided by 19. Yeah, do you want to throw in that conscript infantry as well? That gives you 3 to 1.
Yeah, if that tips me into 3 to 1, yeah, it's worth it.
Cool. So using the long range, again, we already described how that rule works. So it's 3 to 1, add 1 to your die roll.
2.
Damn it. Becomes 3, they're both destroyed. Barely. Look at how bloody this hex is becoming. Or now 5 units have died in this hex. It's not right, I tell you.
The first unit that walks in to try and claim it dies.
It's a bloody hex. That's for sure. Okay, so I don't forget again. This guy has now fired. Don't let him move. Alright, and of course these guys have fired. All right, these T-64s, roll twice, they rally on a 4 or less.
2 and a 6.
One does not.
Go in there. They use split move and 5 to go in there, and the M1s will just laugh. But if they go north, that'll be half, 1.5, 2, 12, 6. No, they can't get far enough north to make a difference there. Now they'll stay there in case the M1s decide to come visiting.
Yep. Okay, so these guys did a cat attack last turn. They can either cat attack again or do direct fire. I guess cat attack again.
Cat attack again.
They're already right there.
One of the units is dispersed, so the odds will change slightly.
So 17 becomes 51. We figured this out last time. 51 versus 30, 28. I think it's still, yeah, it's a sloppy 1-to-1. 1-to-1, no, you don't subtract anything. In fact, you have to add 1 to the die roll for buildings.
Two.
3. I think he's killed, and these 2 are dispersed again. Oh no, Chris! There go the FAVs! Your FAVs are toast! Why? Why? My poor little FAVs. You just wanted to drive around and make lots of noise.
They did. Bang.
Yeah. Turn 6.
Coming up behind them. That's going to do some mess.
8 versus 2, 4-to-1. So I do not have the star on there. So 2 smoked. I would rush out and grab it, but hell no. There's 3 platoons of Polish armor ready to stomp me into the earth.
Hello.
Come on, man.
These Canadians don't want to give up, do they?
Oh, it reminds me, I have to rally these guys. LAV, rally. Oop, what am I doing? LAV, rally. Nope. Abrams. This is the important one. Come on. It does. Sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah, you can see how constant cat attacks will eventually grind down a hex. That's where you get those battles that we read about, where it took them all day, but they finally managed to, bayonet their way into the town. That's, Panzer Leader will recreate that for you. Alright, now this guy I will move. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, get over there. He's not spotted. Can't see him. Can't see him. fuck are you guys going? That's what you get for not rallying. We abandon you. Yeah, my best units are just getting slowly ground up in an attrition battle. The only thing to decisively do is to overrun them with armor, but I don't want to give up the leverage I have on the objective X yet. All right, I guess that's it for my turn. I didn't take out too much that time, but... Okay, over to you for your Fireface. Will I catch up on Mr. Chat? Oh man, hello, John Sowerby. Thank you very much for coming by, Andrew. So Springtime asks, when do we get to see the 1980s U.S. Army versus 1980s Confederate Army? Oh man, that's another whole kettle of fish, man. You're running that game, Springtime. Let us know when that game goes. Ben says, let's go, because the Bills game is starting. That's awesome. Hopefully I'm not missing anything else. I think we're okay because we got Restream bot going. So hopefully our streams are all up. And we're not, yeah, looks like we're all good on all 3 channels. Cool. Although my Facebook is not really updating anymore, but no worries. Alright, over to you to Fireface. At your convenience.
There's not a great deal.
Yeah, there's one last mashup waiting to happen, and like nobody wants to do it.
Yep. I can rally that tank in the town, can't I?
Yep, that's part of your Fireface. So, yep, a 4 or less.
Yep. 5.
Yay!
They really like those cellars that they've debust into.
Yep. Took cover in a basement. They bailed out of the tank. They ran into a basement. And they found a cask of vodka down there. They're like, "Oh hell no, man! We're not going anywhere."
Okay, so that's that done. I think that's it for firing. There's nothing else I can shoot at, is there? No other visible targets.
No, nothing else is really visible.
An all or nothing charge onto the objective.
All right,
so I use that infantry because I can use them to do that. So
movement phase. We're gonna move these 2 on.
That's all going to be another cat attack.
So I'm sorry, you're gonna move these 2.
Yep, they're going to retake the objective, and the one of the T-60, are there 62s in there?
Yep.
Is going to move into 1306. Go like 2 north.
Okay.
Just to keep some overwatch. And the other 2
T-62s,
are going
T-70s.
to come down south. Yep. So can they be seen? No, they can't be seen if they go into the town there. How far can they get? 12. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can get down as far as the tanks guarding the objective. So they will move down and split 1 in each hex.
Like so?
Yep. And then I don't think there's any. Is that conscripts in the wood there that you're closing in on with the LAV?
Yep.
Can they join in? Can they make a cat attack on the LAV? Is it worth the effort?
Yes, because they did not take. This is a new turn, so yeah, they can do it. They'd be actually it would be pretty deadly. I kind of threw that unit away. Now that I think about it, 18 versus 8. Yeah, it'd be 2 to 1. Add a 1 to the die roll.
Three becomes a 4.
4 disordered. Basically, I was just trying to draw some infantry pressure off of this, my little southeast wing here.
Can the other two finish off the, what is it?
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Disordered
Now
unit.
it's 51 down to 6. So I'm almost positive. Plus he's disordered. Well, I don't even want to know what that is. Because he's still considered an armored target, so a counterattack with infantry weapons does triple. Via, per Airbus Relay War rules, 51 divided by... It's divided by 6. Come on, 51 divided by 6. I can't divide 51. Oh. Yeah, it becomes 8 to 1, and again. He's already disordered, so yeah, he's toast. Oh no, a Canadian wreck counter. That's not okay, okay? John says, case of vodka, this is Twilight 2000. They'd be happy with a jerry can of antifreeze. That's true. Can't argue with that. Although, like we talked about in the background section, this is like the beginning of Twilight 2000. This is that July 2000 offensive where 5th Infantry finally falls apart. So like right when you're getting that infamous radio message, you know, good luck, you're on your own. Oh, Lord have mercy.
I don't think there's anything else I can do, is there?
Cause he cat-attacked, Yeah, we're gonna go to turn 7. And we're coming up on 3 hours. We didn't really start until like 2:15, so I'll try to get a couple more turns just to kind of get to where we can call the game like kind of decided. My fire phase. Eight versus 6 is 1-to-1 odds. I could get lucky, guys. I could get lucky. Stranger things have happened. 2. I almost killed him.
They're going to find out how fast they can dig foxholes.
It's like this Mexican standoff going.
Feel free to step forward.
Yeah, well, technically, I own the hex. I'm the last guy to have units in there. Yep. You have to step forward to claim it.
Yep.
Oh god, this is embarrassing. Come on, LAV rally or MGS, whatever the hell it is. That little fake striker. He does rally. Okay, good. Then he gets 4 movement points before he draws opportunity fire.
Oh, that's absolute cheese.
It is, because I'm totally doing this. 1, 2, 3.
No, I've just seen something 4. I want to do that's cheese.
Well, I just cheesed the hell out of this. I think I know what you're thinking about. It is kind of cheesy. It's technically legal. It's almost as cheesy as me claiming I own that hex because of the ghosts of all my dead Canadians in there. Oh my lord, I think that's it. Yeah, because I think I know what you're going to do. And it is kind of cheesy, but it is totally legal. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of break the deadlock. Just for fun, because again, this is just supposed to be like a fun stream. No, because that invites opportunity fire. 1, 2. Overrun. So I'm assuming you're gonna do an opportunity cat attack.
I think I'll have to. Yes, please.
All right, that's gonna be a total of 51, and you have to attack my whole stack. So it's 20, 30, and 36. 86. 51 versus 86. That's 1 to 2 odds.
I really wish I'd got a camera.
Yeah, this is an important roll.
If ever I needed a 1. I've got a 2.
All right, they're disordered.
Almost.
And that's pretty much going to be, I think, game. Unless, oh, no. All right, that MGS, whatever the heck it is, just got there, so I'm not going to mess around with him. I'm going to overrun him again, and he's triggered his opportunity fire. So now I'm looking at 13 versus my 36. 2 to 1 becomes 3 to 1. Subtract 2 from the die roll. Oh, hold on. I'll re-roll that because it was a 2. But I won't count the success roll with the camera not on.
Cool.
A 5 doesn't.
I'm working without a camera, so you know.
I've had enough of your infantry bullshit. Although I did just kind of give up that objective X, but that's okay. Again, at this point, I'm pretty sure I've lost 3 to 2. Now I might wind up losing 4 to 1, but that's okay. All right, over to your turn. So I have no other movement. Yeah, over to your turn. For turn 7.
So can I shoot? Is it worth my infantry shooting at that thing up north? Have you got anything they can hit it with?
Oh, way up north. Yeah, he is revealed now. You are within hexes. Within 2 hexes, so your 6 does get to shoot. It'd be 1 to 1, add 1 to the die roll. So guys, I know that sounds weird in Panzer Leader. In modern combat, in like post 1967, I think it is, I-class weapons are allowed to engage armored targets, but only at a range of 2 or less. So technically, his 6 can attack my 8. His 6 can attack my 8 at 1 to 2 odds, add 1 to the die roll. You have to roll a 1 to disbursement.
Oh, I haven't got a camera. It's a 1.
All right, he's disordered. Somebody in there had a lucky RPG shot.
And rally the other unit.
Yep, 4 or less.
While we're up here. 3.
That's totally the time to do it. It's part of your attack phase. Part of your direct fire phase. Okay. Anything going on with these guys?
No, they can't see. They can't see. Shooting wise, there's no shooting, but there's no other shooting, is there? There's nothing down south. Everything, you've killed my stuff that was in the open.
This guy can attempt to rally. T-64 people too.
Yep. 4.
Makes it. Now he can move half because he technically attacked somebody. His own cowardice, but you know.
He can't see anything to shoot at, can he? No. Okay, so movements. Excuse me. Let's see. You're in woods. I can't overrun you, can I?
Which guys?
Armor in woods can't be overrun.
The MPGS?
The American, yeah.
Yeah, he's in the woods. And a stream. He's double, not overrunnable. Boy, that's a word. These guys are not in woods or buildings. We could totally recreate the true death of the 5th Mechanized. Although you will draw opportunity fire from from the Leopard and the Kodiak. So can the Canadians save the Americans? That's only if you want to do that.
They come there. I can only get 6 units into the attack. Or they'd get one shot.
I'll check out the chat while you're making up your mind.
Yep.
John Sowerby, laws and RPGs, I presume, for that kind of attack. Yeah, once you get past a certain date, I believe in the Arbors Really War rules, it's 1967, John. I-class weapons are allowed to shoot at armor targets at a range of 2 or less, no matter what, regardless of what the range on the actual infantry weapon is. And that's supposed to be RPGs, laws, grenade launchers. It's usually a pretty low number, so you're not going to take out any Abrams with that kind of stuff, but yeah, it's that kind of attack. Now, infantry cat attack is a different business. That can be deadly, especially against tanks.
Okay, so T62 that is just north of the town objective hex that we've been making a mess of. He's going to go out into the woods, and then to 1414, and then go down south to the 1316, unless you decide to.
Against my better judgment, technically he's visible here, because he just spent 3 movement points, 1 for the stream, 1 for the hex, 1 for the woods. When he gets into 1414, he's definitely visible. 40 versus 14. There's nothing else. Ooh, that's only 2 to 1 though. 14 times 3 is 42, right? Yeah. So that's still only 2 to 1. Ooh. Come on, dice. I know I've lost this game. Let me go out with a blaze of glory here. 1, there it is. Boom, T62 is smoked. Shot down in a blaze of glory. And that's his opportunity fire.
And then
1 down, 5 to go. We're going to take out all 5 of those tank platoons and win the game. Never mind this T90 platoon that I think Damon forgot he had.
No, they were guarding the other objective, but the cavalry.
The cavalry's going to take the objective hex? What? Where's the cavalry? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I thought you were going to do something else. That's not cheesy. That's awesome. Here's because you said it was cheesy. Here's what I thought you were going to do. I spend 1/4 of a movement point, or 1/2 a movement point. I own that hex. I spend another 1/2 of a movement point. I never spend 1/4 of my movement in your line of sight. You get no opportunity fire. He walked in.
That, but yeah.
Yeah, because you said it was cheese.
It's so cool using the cavalry.
Oh, that's awesome. That's not cheesy at all. That's great. But because you said it was a cheese move, that's what I thought you were going to do. No, your move isn't actually that cheesy. Your move is completely legit. The other move is totally legit in that it's legal, but it is totally cheesy.
And the motorized rifle, who are just north of the tanks, are going to come south and join the cavalry.
Yep.
And then the T90 is going to do what the T62 was going to do.
Okay.
He's going to go for the bridge objective.
Oh my god, I lose 5 to 0. It's a total curb stomp. Oh shit. I totally forgot about that objective X. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, what else is going on? Don't worry, my American pickup trucks will stomp on your T90s.
Let's see, what else can we do?
Well, look at the bright side, guys. We just recreated that message. Good luck, you're on your own. When 5th Mechanized Infantry gets overrun, and that's pretty much the end of the division. we're pretty much creating the 5 minutes before your Twilight 2000 campaign officially starts.
So if those units in one of those has just rallied, hasn't it? So it can move half, can't it?
Yeah, the T-64B.
So if can they assault the tanks that are in the open, the M1s?
No.
They go due south.
They can move up to half, but they can't attack anybody. They technically had an attack phase already, and that was the rally.
Right. Cool. The other two, they can't they?
Yep.
And the other two tanks, can they get close enough to be able to assault?
Assault who?
The M1s.
Oh god, yeah. All you have to do is get a J to do an overrun. All you have to do, because they can't assault the overrun, but I know what you mean. But just for people in the chat, to do an overrun, all you have to do is get adjacent to the enemy with 2 movement points left.
Okay, we'll do that.
Oh, you're totally in range, yeah. So Polish T-62, T-72s, Soviet T-64s. I'm talking those two, right?
Oh, there's a wreck in there, isn't there?
Yep. That's why there's only 2 units in there.
Yep. And then the others are going to have to come in by the Leopard, aren't they, at 1816, so the Leopard's going to be able to shoot at me.
Oh,
what the hell?
The Leopard can shoot at these guys anyway, so when you're doing this kind of an assault, you might as well, yeah, that's one thing that a lot of newer Panzer Leader players kind of forget. If you're going to make a move, you look at the whole board, and you say, all right, seriously, like what's my plan here? And then once you come up with a move, well, like they say in the movies, commit yourself totally. If you die, at least it's fun, and the game ends quick. But don't do anything. Panzer Leader, don't do anything by half measure.
Can that conscript unit go in as well?
They can go in as a cat attack if the overrun fails. Overruns happen first. Cat attacks always close the turn. Okay, so as these guys come in, it is time to do the mother of all opportunity fire phases. 36 becomes 72 versus 40. 1-to-1 odds. This is a very important roll. Yep. I'm just checking my math here. Yep. 6 and 36 times 2 is 72 versus 40 is a sloppy 2-to-1. A sloppy 1-to-1. Smoked them both.
Ooh.
Canadians, you guys are stomping this game. The Americans have kind of screwed the pooch on this one, but the Canadians have been rocking it, man. Now, there's nothing I can do about that other overrun. Or I should say the other half of this overrun. And I'm pretty sure I've lost all those platoons anyway. Oh god, 28 and 26, that is, what, 54? 54 versus, oh dear lord. Hold on, I do mean my calculator for this one. 20 plus 30 plus 36. And again, we said you had 54, so that is 1-to-2, becomes 1-to-1. Subtract 3 from the die roll. 2 for the overrun, 1 for disordered units. That would be a really good time to roll a 6.
I rolled a 3.
A 3 becomes a 0 and 1-to-1. Yeah, I screwed that up. I kind of got frustrated and bored, and I kind of threw that game away. That was a bad move on my part. Straight out. I'm not even going to try and sugarcoat that one. That was a terrible move. I kind of lost patience in that Mexican standoff. I was like, oh, just for fun, let me go overrun some infantry. That was a dumb move.
And then the infantry will try the cat attack, even though they've seen all the tanks go boom.
Oh yeah, I mean, technically they can.
We've still got to do it.
I can't do opportunity fire because I've already done it. So now it is 26, big triples to 18 against my 26. 1 to 2, 1 to 2. You never know.
2.
They're disordered. And cat attacks always conclude the turn, so that will conclude turn 7, and I'm going to call it. Because I have lost this one hard, man. Literally, you have all 5. And there's not much I can do about any of it. Technically, I would have to get just stupid lucky here. This would technically be 40 against 30, 1 to 1. If I roll a 1, I might be able to retake one of the objective X's. But I literally have to roll a 1. A 5, yeah, so it's... Yeah, I lost that game. I mean, for sure, no matter what. Because I got kind of irate, and not irate, but I just kind of lost focus at the end there. But like I've said a million times, I don't take my own advice. Panzer Leader is not a game that really rewards like tactical brilliance so much as it make a plan, concentrate your forces, and then execute that plan. And make sure that plan is kind of simple, and don't make a mistake. Panzer Leader doesn't reward the brilliant player so much as it punishes the first guy who screws up. That's where it happens. We just saw it. No, you did not lose. You gave Damon the gift of an amazing victory. Nah, man, because that almost belittles Damon. If I say, I threw this game on purpose, nah, man, Damon won that game fair and square. If it was the Leafs, we would be in trouble. Oh, no. My wife just commented, go Maple Leafs. Olsen's forever. Oh, man, dude, I'm like missing a whole bunch of stuff in the chat. Sorry, everybody. Hope you guys get a lot of views. I plastered links on Twilight 2000 on the pages and groups. Thanks very much, Sitrep Podcast. Technicals to the rescue? No, not against T90s. And T62s, T60, no. I plastered link on Twilight 2000 groups, so hopefully you get a lot of views. Definitely appreciate Walkabout Games. I need a list of what's left of NATO. I'm hoping my players will take from the list. Canuck Power. Yeah, I did put in your little FAVs just for fun, Chris, because I was hoping you'd stop by today. They actually didn't do too bad. They helped chop up 2 platoons of Soviet motorized rifles before they got curb stomped. But I tell you what, they went down swinging. They sort of, held my right wing there for quite a while. Was she listening, or is there a Canadian stream on television? Says Jen Lemon. Oh, man. All right, guys. So I think that's going to wrap us up today. We've been up now for just short of 3 hours by the time I clip out the beginning and so on. So, yeah, that was our try to play a little bit of... oops, one more hex backwards, or one more tab. That was our try at Twilight 2000, played with an actual war game. So, Twilight 2000, of course, is a role-playing game. There's plenty of people, plenty of soldiers running around. There's plenty of military hardware running around. Usually there isn't the organization or the, what's the word here, like the government or the militia or whatever you want to call it, to really pull enough people together to form anything like an army. Maybe something like a reinforced company, like some of these fortified villages that you see popping up all over Europe and the U.S., pretty much everywhere that Twilight 2000 kind of takes place in. So, you can have big battles that are kind of too much for a role-playing game. Like, could you really do an assault of 200 marauders overrunning a fortified Polish village with like 100 defenders, a couple anti-tank guns, maybe a light armored vehicle of some kind? You could technically do that in Twilight 2000. It would take you a week, but you could technically do it going strictly by the longhand rules of the game. But for really big battles, there is a case to be made for breaking out a small war game to actually run really big battles in Twilight 2000, or really any kind of a conventional, modern, or even historical role-playing game set in a real-world setting. So, Damon, what did you think?
I enjoyed it. It was good fun.
Cool.
Certainly.
Well, you won 5.
The feel of modern war, and then we had the few strange bits that were like retro future.
Yeah, some of this fantastically weird stuff that they put in there. Like that's a Leopard 3, really? Um, they were really into their remote turrets in the 80s, I guess, or at least these
Mm.
guys were. So that's one, that's two, and even the Russians get in on it. There are those T-90s. That's just a weird looking vehicle, man. That's this T-72 looks
Mm.
almost comforting in its normalcy. But hey, it's all good. So yeah, what we just saw on the table is pretty much what happened in air quotes real life. What happens in the lore of Twilight 2000 that kind of kicks off the demise, the final disintegration of 5th Infantry Mechanized, and depending on what scenario pack you play, but that is kind of the basic opening scenario pack um, that you get with Twilight 2000. I am reliably informed because I don't have the actual Kickstarter yet myself, but I am reliably informed that that part of the game is still in there with the new 4th edition release. You do still start off. You can. It's an option to start off in Kalitz, July 2000, and yeah, at least in the old setting, you got overrun by 21st Guards Motor Rifle Division. Those were the tanks and APCs that we saw a second ago, and then of course 10th Polish Division. Those are the T-62s and T-72s that just helped win the battle. And that was the end of 377th Armor. And yeah, we've heard about the other game, the other units. That's all in the background. It's all in the lore. And that's pretty much the end of 5th Infantry. In the battle, these Warsaw Pact units more or less disintegrate. Everything just finally falls apart. There's just no more fuel. There's no one left at home to give orders. Everyone's homes are under 100 feet of radioactive debris. Half the world's population is gone. What is left is pretty much done because there's no clean water. Cholera's everywhere, diphtheria, malaria, you name it. There's no hospitals running. There's no electricity grid. There's no fuel. Once you kick enough legs out of the infrastructure of human civilization, it doesn't take much for things to really start to fall apart. Billions of unburied corpses start releasing. Twilight 2000 is not a light setting. It's a lot of fun, but it takes a pretty hard-eyed look at a realistic apocalypse setting. Like I said, if you want the elevator pitch for Twilight 2000, if you haven't played it, it's Team Yankee mixed with Mad Max mixed with Threads. Is pretty much what you're looking at. It's got that tone to it. Again, it depends on your group and it depends on your storyteller, or your game referee, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it gets nasty. It's not a world I would want to live in. That's for damn sure. I want to play Twilight 2000 sometime. Tough Years. Again, not everyone plays it like Grimdark Future, but if you're playing it the way it's written, it's a pretty nasty future. It's a little bit of Last Man on Earth kind of stuff. Although, again, there's billions of other people walking around. That's the problem, because they've all got guns too. Civilization has collapsed. The militaries have collapsed, and all this stuff's just lying around. Most of it doesn't work because fuel, lubricants, electronics, spare parts, ammo, replacement parts. It's pretty much at it. It's pretty much shot. But I tell you what, if it's almost D&D like. You're like walking through the Polish countryside. You've got like a little party of 4 or 5 guys. You've got maybe an AK. Maybe someone's got an M4 carbine. Someone's got a sniper rifle. That's like your +1 purple sword or whatever. And then you come up to a village, and by some weird hook or crook, the warlord in charge of that village has spent the last 6 months painstakingly putting together a single operational, the kind of tank we used to laugh at, but manages to put together an operational T-55. Okay, that's your Green Dragon. Watch out for him, because you ain't got shit that's going to even put a dent in him. You ain't got nothing that's going to get his attention, much less shift him out of that town. That's where you have to enter the town and befriend the villagers and find the guy that's secretly in love with the town chieftain, and then you find out she's cheating on him with some other guy. Then you leverage that jealousy. Sooner or later, you manage to sneak up to the tank, put a bomb under it. I mean, it's a role-playing game. You guys get the idea. But it's a great setting. It's one of my favorite settings in role-playing games. I'm not even usually a big role-playing guy, at least not anymore. But I tell you what, if I was ever going to really come back, Twilight 2000 would probably be the kind of setting that would be for me. I give my play an acceptance from... Okay, hold on, I'm trying to read Walkabout Games' chat here. I give my plays an acceptance form explaining some of the dark stuff that could happen before we play. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Sort of like a set the tone letter. It's like, look, guys, we deal with some pretty heavy shit here. Here's some of the things that might be happening. If you're cool with it, great. If not, this might not be the game for you. That's actually not a bad idea. I need to check Discord. I can't check Discord in the middle of a stream. Tough ears. Meanwhile, I was in Discord earlier this morning. So I will be back in Discord shortly because we're about to close out the stream. All right, guys, we've been up for a little over 3 hours. Damon, man, seriously, thank you very much for helping us out with another weekend's content. Congrats on the decisive victory. I literally just got bored at the end there. I probably should have just stayed there. But then again, that would have also made a boring stream. At least now we had a fun. At least now we had a fun battle. We literally just keep staring at each other and wait for someone to do something.
Yeah.
The only
one of us has to flinch.
Yeah, the only real way to break that deadlock was for someone to get cheesy, and it pretty much drive forward, drive back.
With the cavalry, whatever happened, the cavalry were going in the hex, even if all the tanks were still sat there, just to change ownership and to see if you did shoot them up. Yeah, and that would have cost you your cavalry unit because I would have definitely killed them. But then technically you had the last unit in there, so now it's yours. Now I have to move forward, which means you blow me up. And yeah, that's why I sometimes hesitate playing objective hex-based game scenarios. But it's all good. It turned out to be a fun stream. I have run for 2K, says Jason, and I warn folks up front. Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart, especially the old system. Because the old system was pretty heavy system-wise, too. Walkabout Games says, great game. Thanks very much, everybody. I super appreciate everybody coming out. Appreciate having a big audience. But for now, we're going to go ahead and close it. So thanks very much for coming out, everyone. Super appreciate it, as always. Apologies, we had some issues with the stream. I don't know if that's to do with our internet. It's not our in-house internet. It might be the town, like the fiber optic connection. It might have been at the server. I don't know. Our internet is hardwired and it's new and it's stable. We don't have a problem with it. There was no flickering on my end. We didn't lose power or anything like that, so I don't know what happened there. But fortunately, it seems like even when it did go out, it did recover on all 3 channels, so that's awesome. So apologies for that, but other than that, thanks very much, everybody. Thanks and congratulations to Damon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. And if I don't talk to you again, have a happy holiday season. But we'll be back at least a little bit during the week ahead. So take care one more time, everyone, and we'll be in touch very soon.